All right, so I'm now really excited actually to be joined by Michael and Brian, aka the Lemon Twigs.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Really good. So welcome to London. I know you've been before, but welcome back.
Thanks.
You just finished sound checking, right?
Yeah, we did.
And is it all right?
Yeah, it's all right. I think we're gonna play. Like, this won't air today, right?
No, this is going out on next Wednesday.
Okay. I think we're gonna play "The End" by the Beatles as like one of the last songs. I don't think we're gonna do it as the last song because we just kind of learned it yesterday, and we only played it together at soundcheck, and I felt like we kind of didn't have enough time to really get it good. So it's just gonna be kind of a messed up rendition, but I think it should be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like the way this is going. Are you basically trying to imply that if you wasn't doing this interview, then you'd have more time to practice, so if you fuck it up, it's our fault?
No, absolutely not.
All right, fine.
There are other bands that have to sound check, so we didn't want to hold everything up for our, dumb little cover.
And is this probably got to be like one of the biggest London shows you've done, right? I know you was at the Moth Club.
The biggest.
The biggest. Well, that's very exciting. Do you feel any pressure?
No, not. I don't really, but
Once, look at... well, actually, the theater looks smaller than
it is.
It is, so maybe I won't feel weird, but I know that when we played in Japan, which was less people than this, but there was no balcony, so maybe it was,
There was a balcony, but it was real kind of far back.
Oh, well, anyway, it just looked like a lot of people, and I got kind of scared, but it's not like pressure. Like, it's mostly like things that normally wouldn't bug me, like strings breaking, and that bugs me, but I figure, only 300 people are seeing this,
Right, yeah.
so it's like I get another shot. But with all these people, even though it's not a lot, compared to a lot of people, but
also something, if strings break, that looks bad on the string manufacturers, not you guys, so
Yeah,
you don't need to worry about
it's
that.
really my guitar, though.
Right, yeah.
The guitar is not up to par. Like, somebody who's usually playing a place like this would have a guitar that was up to par.
That's fine.
Guitar's up to
Just
par.
not
Guitar is not up to par.
Just not flashy.
No, it's just...
The function is the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't function that well.
But I mean, it's like you not being flashy by going, all right, we're doing this massive show, I'm going to get a brand new guitar.
I just have, like the way my guitar feels and looks, and I'm kind of picky about it. So
Fine.
I don't, but and I'm used to all the things that are wrong with it.
Now, I wanted to ask you guys, you're sort of really also getting a pretty good bit of heat in a nice way for your look, and it's kind of, you're always wearing, like, in all your press photos and on stage you're always like dressed really nicely, but it seems to be like a lot of like vintage retro kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, how do you come by that? Because I like to wear similar sorts of things, but I just don't have the patience for those kind of shops. Do you know what I mean? You've got to rifle through it all.
I don't really have much patience for it either, but Michael does, and initially I just got all of the stuff that he threw away. But now I kind of have more patience for it because there's like a nice...
Well, I don't take you to the places that you have to have patience for anymore, because I know what you...
So if you're with him, you're like, right, I can't take him there.
Well, no, I mean, it's not like that weird, but it's more like, like, I used to go to a lot of thrift shops, and now I'll go to a lot more...
Some very exciting sounds coming from the sound check downstairs.
No, that's Danny, the keyboard player, walking around. But basically, okay, back to what I was saying. Okay, I used to go to a lot of thrift shops and stuff, and now I know the good vintage shops and the shops that aren't overpriced and stuff like that. And I used to just go to thrift shops and stuff, but it's hard to find that much good stuff. You really have to rifle. You don't have to rifle in those vintage shops that much. It's just that everything's overpriced. So then you just find places that aren't.
I need to go thrift shopping with you, basically.
Yeah, I just yeah, I guess I'm just good at it and I like doing it. And I get sick of the stuff that I wear really quick, and then I give it to him usually.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Now, I'm a big fan of your album, and I understand that you already kind of pretty much know what's happening for number 2. Is that right? So,
Mhm.
and I know that you guys work quite closely with Foxygen as well. Is there a little bit of a, in the nicest way possible, a bit of a rivalry developing? Like, do you feel like you're trying to one up each other? Because it feels like maybe like your sound in a lovely way is really complicated in a lot of ways, and theirs is. And are you now just trying to like find more innovative ways to sort of one up each other? Or
I don't know. I'd kind of like to think that, but I don't think it's really true that much, because we help, Rado and Sam helped us make Do Hollywood.
Sure, yeah.
And then me and Michael helped them make Hang, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like I know that I'll see something that they're doing, and I know that the whole basis of like I used to perform a lot when I was like a little kid and perform.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into a certain kind of music and sort of stopped moving and everything. And then I saw their show, and I thought, oh, I got to do something more like this. So I know that for me, it's definitely like a healthy like influence. I don't take anything, but it's like, you know.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it's a mutual thing, but it feels like it, because I'll see some things that they're doing and think that.
Sure.
It's kind of like something that we have done, you know?
Yeah.
And,
But I think all that stuff is, really kind of healthy, and we always ask. We always want to know their opinions on stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and Rado sends us a lot of stuff that they do, and it's like, I think it's a really cool thing.
Great. And so, with Do Hollywood, right? I know that before that you kind of had a different sound, and you kind of was brave enough to go, no, we need to change this.
Yeah.
And it's taken off so quickly from there to where you are now. Did you ever dream that would happen, or was you like, right, we're on to something, and you knew that's why you were scrapping some of the older stuff, or did you kind of go, I can't believe how well this has turned out?
No, I think it was like the reaction that we got from Rado when we first started like there was a way that we would write songs, or especially Brian write songs a long time ago, and then we sort of fell into this thing where we wanted to sound a certain way, like that sound that we had before our record. And then we sort of had conversations with Rado and talked about our influences, and he was like, I think that you guys should try writing songs, you know, like this. Brian had one song or something, and he was like, I think that you guys should try writing some more songs like this.
Yeah, it was.
And then we sort of,
I think like
Beatlesque sort of
well,
stuff.
like it was like, I think I want to prove to you, and these words were the first ones that I wrote, and it was kind of like writing more songs like this that there were a lot of time changes, and there were a lot of things that we were doing that were really based on the chords and the lyrics and the melody, you know, as opposed to the production, which before we were like, we were
relying on the production a lot.
Yeah, before it was like making it really atmospheric and stuff like that, but this was like getting back to making songs that just stood on their own.
But it's also not just time changes and stuff like that. Like as long as we're together, something doesn't have any time changes. It's really just chordal and it's
melodious.
And melodious. Yeah,
but it's like
and lyrics and sort of a straightforward thing.
But it doesn't sound straightforward at all. Like, not really anything that you've got sounds particularly straightforward, and it just sounds like a completely different sound to what we've had, certainly in this country, for a long time now. So it's really exciting to have you guys here, and I think that's obviously why you're doing so brilliantly, is because it just sounds so fresh and like.
Oh, thanks.
It's really great. Now, obviously, everybody knows this, and
everybody knows this.
Everybody knows this, and you guys know it especially, is that you're both brothers, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to just do a little game with you guys about being brothers. We're gonna find out who the best brother is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
In terms of
I already know.
Before the
of-
biggest show, I want to try and split the band up, basically.
Okay.
I'm not
it
right.
won't be hard.
So basically, we're gonna have a little game.
We're almost there.
It's called Human Top Trumps, right? And this is Little Brothers edition. I'm just gonna ask you some questions. All you got to do is answer them. One of the best answers at the end.
Okay.
More best answers than the other one will be the best brother. All right.
So whoever has, you know, you have to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whoever has better answers is
Yeah.
the better brother.
But I'm
Best.
going to kind of judge it. But
Yeah.
hopefully the answers will be clear enough that.
That's
So
fine.
question number 1: as a child, when you were in school, what lunchbox did you have? Let's start with you, Michael. The microphone's near your face.
I had pretty crappy thing until I got embarrassed of it and asked my mom to just start packing it in a bag.
So you never had like a themed lunchbox, like
No, I had I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lunchbox, but then my dad took that for his work, and then throughout elementary school, mostly I had like a crappy, like neon green or maybe red lunchbox. I had a few of them, one of those, nylon ones or whatever.
Yeah, right, okay.
And I got embarrassed of it and made my mom switch to
Just a
brown
bag.
bags.
Right, okay.
But sometimes she started to do plastic bags by the end of high school, and that's when I stopped caring about what people thought about.
I think it's interesting because I do remember you always having a brown paper bag and that being like a stylistic choice on your part.
Until
A stylistic
I got
choice at
to
what age?
in middle school. That was
Right.
mostly middle school. That was when I was really insecure.
Yeah, right, okay. And what about you, Brian?
I had a Beatles lunchbox when I was in elementary school.
do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. What do you mean? What am I talking? I got it.
We had.
I think I got it.
Started.
We had tin. Beatles
Excuse me. Let me finish.
We had tin Beatles lunchboxes, but we didn't. We used them for lunch for a little while, but we both stopped using them very soon because they barely fit any lunch in them.
Okay.
But he's allowed
I'm
to
hearing.
pick which one he wants from the period
I'm
of
hearing you.
lunchboxes.
I'm hearing you, but let me finish. So what I remember I had it in elementary school when we would just bring snacks.
He actually doesn't remember anything.
No, I do remember because I remember this very specific thing, which was that I would look at the lunchbox, and it was like an anthology. It had like pictures that were in the anthology, or I'd seen them before in the anthology book that we had, which is a bunch of cool pictures. And I remember I saw one where you could see that the headstock of George's guitar was a Strat, and I never saw them. That was the first time I saw a picture of them with their signature guitars.
I sort of
remember
imagine
I would stare at that for a long time. That's my memory.
I mean,
from it.
what I am
I
going to say
really
is,
imagine this would be sort of a back and forth game here.
yeah, but he's gone off on a monologue about, and I already knew who won pretty early on in that.
I was
'Cause the Beatles one's a bit showy, so we'll go with Michael.
You
won
liked
there.
how I had a whole thing
Right,
there.
Yeah. Right. So number 2. So you get a chance to redeem yourself, and you get to go first this time, Brian. Best birthday cake you've ever had.
I don't know. Well, I think one of the best birthdays I ever had was this birthday that I just had, which we were in.
That's not the question.
Beth.
Answer the question.
Cake.
Well, I was okay. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I don't know.
I'm glad that it was the best.
Oh,
thing you've
my
ever
mom!
had.
Cake.
Did Mom make you that cake that looked like a vagina? Like not it. She didn't mean to,
Not on
but
purpose.
That was me, yeah. But you had
okay.
a Twix cake, and you had special cakes. I know that I always wanted Ma to make me strawberry cake, or vanilla cake. So I pretty much always had simple cakes because I don't like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Or it's just strawberry shortcake for my birthday.
I don't remember.
He likes like ice cream cake and stuff.
I don't remember. I lost.
He had a Twix cake though. That was really cool because
Right.
it was just like a giant Twix.
He's let you back in the game there, Brian.
What if could
my
he
cake was
win
cool,
on
though,
my,
too.
Yeah, but
on,
even
my
ice cream
answer?
cake is better than.
Wow, I didn't know that you were an asshole.
Right. On that note, that brings me quite nicely onto this. When was the last time you've been told off as an adult?
I'm not well, now I am, yeah.
Sucks. When was the last time?
As you just told me off, then this is the perfect question.
No, being
for
an
this
being. adult?
I don't.
Adult.
I don't remember. Oh, I probably told. Oh, I'm
You
told.
got told off.
I get told off. I don't know. I don't remember when it was. I don't remember.
I'm trying to think like.
Whenever I have even like a little kind of interaction with a stranger,
Yeah.
it feels like I'm being told off. Like, you know, if I like accidentally bump into someone and they're like, "Hey," and that's
And
an
then you
English
get just,
person.
like, quite
That's an
anxious about
English
it.
person that
Yeah.
said, he's like, "Hey, oi!"
Oi! Oi!
It feels like I'm being really told off. So I don't remember,
It feels
but
like a daily basis.
that kind of happens. That happens sometimes.
I thought you were doing an accent when you said that.
No, it's just my accent.
No, it's not. It's not funny. It's just that was funny that was in my head.
No, I mean, you guys feel like you're doing an accent to me as well. So it's
Yeah,
pretty much,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
All right, let's scrap that. We'll go to one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
not
tie break.
Let's
Right.
do a different one.
Pizza topping.
So like combination of pizza toppings and
Yeah,
on the pizza.
If you're ordering a pizza, what are you putting on it?
I get either jalapeno bacon or I get sausage, pepperoni, mushroom, depending on whether or not the mushroom is canned or
Yeah.
not. So I don't get it from Domino's because it's going to be canned. So
All right, it's good to know.
I don't get it. I ask them if it's canned and then I get it.
Bacon, olive, bacon and black olive.
And what else do you
Is that's a That's a divisive topping, I
What's your
think.
secondary pie?
Because I've never. Well,
I gave him two
Do you like-
options.
yeah.
so I
do you
just
like
want
it?
you to-
olive, yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
I gave him
fine.
two options. I
Yeah.
just want you to make it even.
okay. I also like bacon, onion sometimes.
Oh, he swung it with bacon and onion.
What?
You've swung it with the bacon and the onion.
Yeah, I swing it from time to time.
So no, because it was going that way, and now so you've won, Brian.
Thank you. Thanks. Well deserved.
So you are the best brother out of the two. In the
Whoa,
Lemon Twigs.
really?
Yeah, sorry.
What was
2-1.
the score? I don't feel like you were
2-1.
keeping score. What?
2-1.
I won that one, and then what was the other one?
You won the cake. You won the last two.
I
It's
don't even
1-0
think
down.
I didn't even answer.
He gave you it. That's not my problem. He told me something that was good.
Well, it was his answer though. But okay,
But
whatever.
about you. So
Yeah, but I don't care about being the best
No.
brother. I'm a lone wolf anyway.
Fend for himself.
guys, it's been a lot of fun chatting to you. I'm really looking forward to seeing the show tonight. Congratulations on all your success so far.
Oh, thank you.
Before we go, anything you guys want to talk about?
I want to do like a game.
Success is fleeting. Don't pay any mind to it. You are being used. You are being manipulated by the media.
Success is
We are not a band. We are but a dream
Very nice.
that you had.
And I'm sort of interested in after the band is over, I'm sort of interested in getting into computers.
All right, cool.
So if anybody out there likes our band and has like an interesting job opening or something when they hear that the band splits up, the number's 516.
There it is.
You can put it on the radio.
Yeah, and YouTube. You're completely fucked now.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks. That's great. Thanks so much.
No problem, man.
Nice